Hello everyone, welcome to Learn the Lingo. My name is Matthew, and today we are going to be talking about the Hebrew words for the different kinds of sacrifices in the Bible. The book of Leviticus starts with God telling Moses, "When one of you brings an offering to the Lord." The Hebrew here for brings an offering is yakriv korban. Yakriv is the word translated as brings, and is from the root kuf resh beit, which has a meaning of nearness. The form of the verb yakriv has a meaning of bringing something near. The word korban, usually translated as offering, is from the same root, and so has a meaning of something that is brought near. Korban is a very general word that can refer to offerings of many kinds. You may recognize this word from the New Testament in Mark 7:11, which is a condemnation of those who refuse to support their parents by calling the wealth they could have used for them korban, that is, a gift or an offering that is dedicated to God instead of their parents. Verse 3 of Leviticus 1 starts the instructions of what to do if the korban is an olah, which is a word that is usually translated as burnt offering. Olah is from the root ayin lamed he, which has a general meaning of upward motion. Olah is considered by many to be from this particular root because the smoke of the olah would go up. Often when someone offers an olah, they bring it up, which is a verb from the same root as olah. The priest is supposed to burn up the olah on the altar. The verb for burn up is hiktir, which more specifically means cause to burn up in smoke. This burning up in smoke is done not only to animal sacrifices, but also to incense, which in Hebrew is called ketoret, which is from the same root as this verb, and so means something that is burned up in smoke. Another verb that is often used when talking about sacrifices is lizboach, which means to slaughter. This verb is usually used in the sense of killing something for a sacrifice, as in Genesis 46:1. Israel went to Beersheba, vayizbach zavachim, which means, and he sacrificed or slaughtered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. The word zavachim is the plural of the noun zevach, which means a slaughtering or a sacrifice. Again, zevach is a noun that has the same root as the related verb lizboach. The verb lizboach is sometimes also used to mean to slaughter in the sense of killing to eat. Deuteronomy 12:21, vazavachta, and you may slaughter, of your flocks and herds, and eat as much as you desire. Another noun related to the verb lizboach is mizbeach, which means altar. A mizbeach is not necessarily an altar that zavachim, slaughterings or sacrifices, are made on. There is also the mizbach hakatoret, the altar of katoret, incense, where incense is burned instead of zavachim. Another kind of offering is the mincha, which is translated as a meal or grain offering by most English versions, and is usually made with flour and oil. A mincha offering, unlike a zevach, a slaughtering, is generally a bloodless offering. The word mincha is often used outside the context of offerings, and in those places it is usually translated as a gift or a present. This gift is usually given as a tribute to a more powerful person or someone you want to appease or gain the favor of. For example, in Genesis 32, Jacob sends Esau a mincha to gain his favor, and in 2 Kings 17, an Israelite king named Hoshea gave a mincha, a tribute, to the king of Assyria. The Hebrew word for drink offering is nesech, and peace offering is zevach shalamim. A zevach, a sacrifice of shalamim. Shalamim is usually translated as peace since it's related to the word shalom, peace. However, its exact meaning is uncertain. Another common way zevach shalamim is translated is offering of well-being. The word asham has two meanings. It can mean guilt or an offering for guilt. That is, a guilt or trespass offering. The final word related to offerings we are going to look at today is similar, chatat, which is usually translated as sin offering, but is also one of the Hebrew words for sin, along with the word chet. The root these words come from, chet, tet, aleph, can, in a certain verb form, have a meaning of missing a mark, as in Judges 20:16. They could sling stones at a hare and not miss, which is a verb from this root. In another verb form, this root, of course, can mean to sin, and in yet another couple verb forms, it means to purify or to purify oneself. For example, in Exodus 29:36, we get instructions on how to purify the altar. This verb purify is from the same root as the word sin, chet, tet, aleph. In Numbers 19, there are procedures about purifying oneself, which again is a verb from the same root as chatat, which means sin or sin offering. But because of the form the verb is in here, it means purify instead of sin. Since the noun chatat, which is usually translated as sin offering, is a noun, it does not have these different verb forms that show whether it is talking about an offering for sin or purification. Taking this fact into account, many versions translate chatat as purification offering in certain places instead of sin offering. For example, in Numbers 19, which is about the procedures for purifying oneself, which again is a verb from the same root as chatat, verse 9 says that specially prepared ashes and water are a chatat. Since in this chapter the related verb is in a form that means purifying, some translations render chatat as something like purification offering. Exodus 29:36, the verse about purifying the altar, also uses the noun chatat. Here again, some versions translate chatat as purification offering instead of sin offering, since the related verb is in a form that makes it mean purify instead of sin. Another place where chatat may be better translated as purification offering is Leviticus 12:6 and 8, which are verses about offerings a woman is to make after childbirth to be cleansed, one of which is a chatat. Since this is a law for cleansing, some think it best to translate chatat here as purification offering. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. And if you want to learn more Hebrew, please consider subscribing to my channel and checking out some of my other videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.